Hello everyone. So today we are going to see how to set up the global storage configurations for Google Bucket. Before doing that, first understand what this global storage is used for. So this is basically we are storing the good and bad records when we are running any data quality checks, right? So to write all the good and bad records, we are storing in this in the buckets. Either it is a S3 bucket or Google storage or Azure Blob storage or from local or in HDFS locations, right? So today we will see only for the Google bucket part. Okay. To configure the Google uh, bucket for the global storage configurations, what we need to do, we need to first look into the JSON. So this JSON is required to configure the global storage secret. So in this secret, if you see, all the parameters are mentioned here. So there are few parameters which we need to change as per the Google bucket. So first thing we need to change is the measure result FS type, which has to be GCS. Second is uh, measure result GCS bucket. We have to mention the bucket name. This has to be same of the Acceldata GCP grid.json, where we are basically putting our the credential files. Okay, and the last one is we have to put GCS mode, which should be service account key file based. So everything is mentioned under the Google bucket section. So if you see the same thing which I mentioned earlier, the measure result FS type has to be GCS, and these are the parameters for GCS bucket. Bucket name needs to be mentioned, and GCS mode should be service account file based. Okay. Now we have to set up the credential file as well. So this credential file has to be set up in this location, which we need to update in the this above JSON itself. Okay. Now, apart from that, what you can do alternatively, you can add the parameters, these parameters, which is present in the uh, JSON itself, these parameters, but you can skip these. So ideally, we are skipping these parameters here, and we are referring to this JSON, which will take the values from there directly. Okay. So instead of providing all the details, hard coding things in the JSON. Okay. So for that, what we need to do, we need to configure this one more secret called GCP cred. Okay. And here we need to provide the credential file. So this credential file has to be in basic 64 encoded, and from there it will fetch the values from there and to all the services. Now this global storage JSON also we need to encrypt it in the base 64 mode, and then we have to provide it in the GCP global storage secrets. So let's go through how we need to set up these things. Okay, let me pull the cluster. Okay, yeah. So this is our cluster. If you see, all the services are running right now. So analysis service, SQL standalone, and these things, right? So now we need to understand. Like first, we have to set up the global storage secret. Okay, for that we need to first see like go to the secret first. So here you will find global storage secret. This secret you need to edit and update the JSON. Okay. Now, if you edit it, sorry, not this one. Yeah, edit it. So global storage JSON contains this value, right? So we need to copy this JSON first and let's put it in the VS Code. And from the VS Code, we will change the things. Okay, so this is the value which we have copied from there. And here the parameters we have already updated. So this is needs to be GCS, and this is the bucket name which I need to put. And this is the same path where we have to put the credential file, right? And this is the service account key file based GCS mode. Okay. So once this is done, what you can do, you need to select the whole JSON, right click, base 64, encode. So, and now you need to copy this value and put it in the global storage. So how I did it, how I converted it to the base 64 encode. So for that in VS Code, we have an extension called base 64. This one you need to install that, and once that is installed, you just need to restart the VS Code. Then you will see here. So whenever suppose you need to you select and you will see this base 64 part here, and you can encode it. Now you need to just copy this value. If you see, this is the whole value. To copy this value and put it in the global storage part. So let me go to the cluster again. So this value already I have given. So if you see that it starts with EWOG and ends with CN0 equals to. And if you see the value EWOG, it ends with CNO equals to, right? So I've already updated the value here. So right now I'm not re-updating it. Just I'm quoting it from here. To verify it, what you can do, you can just check what is the value here. So if you see, it is updated already with GCS bucket name. Sorry, GCS is the FS type. Bucket name is this one, and this is the service account file base, right? So these parameters are already updated, right? Now what we need to do, we need to configure this file, and for to set up this file, we have to create another secret called GCP cred. So this is the GCP cred secret. Again, you need to edit the same thing, and you have to put the encoded value of the your credential file. Okay, and this credential file, if you see, this is the credential file. So where the project ID, token URL, URI, client email, client ID, private key ID, and private key, all the details are given, right? This is the service account to access all buckets or other services, right? So this service account needs specific privileges to access the bucket, right? So what you need to do, you need to select this one again, and you need to change it to the base 64 encode. Once that is done, you need to copy this value. Again, same, I've already did that. So if you see EWOG, and if you see the end, right, uh, IGP9. So this is IGP9, right? So I've already given this value, right? And once that is done, what you can do, you can just save it. Right now, I'm not saving it. So only these two files we need to change. Okay. Once this is done, what you need to go? You need to go to the pods, and you need to restart your services. So first thing, you need to restart the analysis service. Once this is up and running, then you can then you need to restart the skill service and standalone service together. But just remember one thing: first, this analysis service needs to be restarted and up and running. Then only you should restart these two services. Okay. Once this setup is done, from the UI perspective, what you can see, if I go to the data plane, uh, yeah, so this is my data plane. Okay. So if I click on here and click on application config, so here you will see the global storage configurations, right? So this is related to once you see here GCS is coming, right? So you will see like, okay, the global storage configuration is configured properly. Yeah, that's all from my side from the global storage setup. Thank you, everyone.